Ladies and gentlemen, prestigious guests and members of the alumni, faculty, administrative, and ancillary members of staff, graduates, and well-wishers tuning in. Welcome to the 54th staging of the William Knibb Memorial High School's graduation ceremony. We thank you for your presence, and with that said, we hope you enjoy every moment of this auspicious occasion. This is a noteworthy celebration because our champions have beaten the odds to achieve success. So come, make we bust a toast and take this journey together as we celebrate this monumental achievement.
From ignorance and slavery to light and freedom come. Oh, William Knibb, we hail thee, our marvelous second home. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. The years of your existence we proudly recollect. By vision and experience, you mold our lives each day. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. Oh, William Knibb, we hail thee. We'll keep your flags up high. With all our might, preserve thee for others yet to come. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. We hail our founding fathers, we are their dreams today. May all our dreams be realized as William Knibb's came true. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. Oh, marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee.
Color party. Oh, in the center. Quick, hard. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Oh, in the right. Right way. Hold.
Our national anthem represents the beauty, pride, strength, and resilience of Jamaica and our people. My name is Agent Sasko. Please stand as we honor Jamaica, our culture, and our history.
My brothers and sisters in Christ, a reading from God's Word as it is recorded in the book of Proverbs. It is the 22nd chapter, beginning at the 17th verse. Pay attention and turn your ear to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to that I teach. For it is pleasing when you keep them in your heart, and have all of them ready on your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I teach you today, even you. Have I not written 30 sayings for you, saying of counsel and knowledge, teaching you to be honest and to speak the truth, so that you bring back truthful reports to those you serve. Do not exploit the poor because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in the court, for the Lord will take up their case and will extract life for life. Do not make friends with four-tempered persons. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn the ways and get yourself ensnared. Do not be the one who shakes hand in pledge, or put up security for debt. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your ancestors. Do you see someone skilled in their work? Do they serve before kings? They will not serve before officials or low rank. My brothers and sisters, those who have joined us for this virtual graduation of the class of 2020, William Knibb Memorial High School, may I congratulate the academic staff, parents, and graduates, and trust that as you embark upon this new lease of life and for life, in all thy ways you will acknowledge him, so that he can direct your path. Let us pray. Sovereign God, our Father, we thank you that even in the midst of this present reality of COVID-19, you have given us different means and ways in which we can still be accountable to you and to one another for our stewardship. Each year as a school community, we pause long enough to thank you that because and through the varying and various challenges we have encountered, we have a story to tell to the nations. Today, that story reflects and reveals that which you have done through the William Knibb Memorial High School over the last school year, 2019-2020. We are grateful that for the Jamaica Baptist Union's continued partnership with the Ministry of Education, the Board of Governors, the staff, and the students, along with our family members, we have all gathered today to tell you thanks for having navigated our path, having directed our lives, having called us to be able to celebrate what you have done. Thank you for the success you have given to us as a school. Thank you for the success you have given to our sons and our daughters. And as they embark upon this new norm and this new way of life, that you will guide and guard them. Upon today's proceedings and experience, we ask for your hand of grace to hover and to allow your presence to be experienced. May this virtual ceremony bring honor and glory to your name. So we remind ourselves as a school community that ignorance indeed enslaves, while knowledge liberates. May that liberating power of knowledge continue to be our vanguard, and we declare without fear or favor, O William Knibb, we hail thee. We will keep your flag above. With all our might preserve thee for others yet to come. O marvelous alma mater, we will be true to thee. May that truth continue to spread from this generation to the next. We honor you and we praise you. May your presence be felt and your glory be realized. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
To say that we are living in unprecedented times, that we are navigating uncharted waters, that we are on a steep learning curve, that we are struggling to focus on and to take hold of a curveball that has been thrown our way. To say all of these is to state the obvious. But to so describe human experience is to describe that which is not new to human existence. History is replete with those occurrences that were not anticipated and so could not have been properly planned for. This graduation takes place at such a time. But you know, the human family has survived such occurrences, have even thrived beyond such occurrences by one, adopting new strategies, and two, adapting to the new circumstances that overtake us. The enterprise of education, if nothing else, ought to empower, equip, and enable future generations to adopt new strategies and to adapt to every intervening circumstance so as to continue to survive and to thrive. I want to commend the William Knibb School community under the skillful leadership of its principal for the ways in which they have not only adapted to and adopt the strategies that have allowed them to navigate and to continue to successfully navigate these times, but have themselves been an example to those who have been placed in their charge by helping them develop those coping skills. I want to join in welcoming all to this graduation service this evening, this afternoon, and to join in congratulating and commending all the stakeholders who have made this possible. Congratulate the class of 2020. In so many ways, you are special, and you will go down in history as trendsetters, because who knows what the new normal will be. My hope and prayer is that as you go forward, you will engage the skills and the competencies, the wisdom, the knowledge that you have gained, and you will so employ them that comes what may down the road, whatever curveball comes your way, whatever choppy waters you might have to navigate, like past generations, you will adopt and adapt, not just to survive, but to thrive beyond any such eventuality. May God continue to bless you, and thank you.
The Chairman of the Board of Governors, Reverend Hemmings, other members of the board present on this platform, our Principal, Mr. Linvern Wright, Vice Principals, Mrs. Audrey Steele and Mr. Webster Thompson, members of the academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, our valued school leavers, parents, and well-wishers, good afternoon. The region of Trailblazers congratulates all of you school leavers. You have made it. You have all completed another milestone in your educational journey. Your success today has been fraught with its own fair share of trials and triumphs, but you have overcome, and now you are celebrating. We celebrate with you. Please use these life lessons that would have been taught to you at this noble institution in the spirit of the Baptists to define and shape your life and influence your life decisions. Continue to stay focused, and you will undoubtedly achieve. To all of you gathered here on this platform, you are fully aware that we are living in uncertain times. The onset of the novel coronavirus 2019 has changed the society, and it has indeed changed the educational landscape. It has caused a change that will become for us our norm and our ever-present reality. I urge you, in spite of the challenges, to persevere and to look for opportunities that would have been presented in this pandemic. Exploit them, take advantage of them to advance yourself and your fellow Jamaican. Teachers and parents, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information urges you to continue to collaborate with us as we seek to offer great educational opportunities for our children and ultimately our nation. On behalf of the Ministry of Education Region 3, the region of trailblazers, I congratulate you all school leavers on your achievement. I wish for you all the best in your endeavors as you seek to make Jamaica the place to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Reverend Jonathan Hemmings, Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Linvern Wright, Principal, members of the William Knibb Memorial High School community, board, staff, students, alumni, specially invited guests, graduating class of 2020, good afternoon. This significant day in the lives of the graduating class of 2020 comes amidst a pandemic of proportions never before seen in mankind's history. Over 68 million people all over the globe have been infected with the coronavirus. Over 1.6 million people have died. If we have not paused to think about it, that figure represents half of the Jamaican population. Consider it for a minute. It is a hard thing to comprehend. Yet, with this frightening virus that has claimed the lives of 266 Jamaicans, this batch of 2020 was able to continue and, more importantly, successfully complete its secondary education while reaping noteworthy results in its CSEC papers. I am pleased to be asked to speak on behalf of our alumni in Jamaica and across the world and humbly offer these words to you today. You, the graduates, faced dislocation and had to, along with other students, with the support of your parents, guardians, and teachers, do your final preparations and sit your final examinations in a most challenging time under most difficult conditions. There were doubts and uncertainties. There were fears and growing insecurities. There was tension rising every day. But today, looking back, we all can declare that you, the graduating class of 2020, you have overcome. You have demonstrated the kind of resilience for which Jamaicans have come to be recognized and celebrated. You have demonstrated character and fortitude. And today, your group of family, friends, teachers, and your wider village of support celebrate with you, graduates, on this milestone. You have demonstrated tenacity and you have come through like fine gold, tested under fire and pounded by the goldsmith's hammer, and you shine brightly for all to see. As you reflect on the last 12 months in particular, as you contemplate your immediate and long-term future, I encourage you You resilient batch of 2020 of William Knibb Memorial High School, I urge you, choose optimism. When this new world of almost fully online education takes its toll for those who are pursuing diplomas and degrees in institutions of higher learning, when the internet service is unstable, when trying to do group assignments remotely weigh you down, when lecturers and facilitators do not seem as patient and as supportive as those here at William Knibb High School, when the challenges at home, the very place you live, make learning harder, choose optimism. When you have not been able to pursue your dreams of further studies right now, in this moment, and you have been forced to seek employment so that your parents can be assisted with sending younger siblings to school, when your beloved family members have unfortunately passed away because of the virus and its impact on their already compromised health, when you, a young man, a young woman, already feel worn down by life's everyday set of challenges, choose optimism. Graduates, parents, teachers, administrators, unconsciously or deliberately, you have chosen the path of optimism in the past. The fact that you're here this afternoon reflects your choice of a brighter future. Those of us who have passed through the corridors of William Knibb Memorial High School, who have faced various challenges over the years, encourage you to continue to pursue your dreams, to think of better days to come, and to raise up others. This is your moment to shine. This is your moment to soar. Whatever challenges exist, my word to you today, choose optimism, recognizing always that ignorance enslaves, but knowledge and hope and vision and wisdom and a positive attitude will free you to experience the beauties of this world. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good afternoon.
Chairman of the Board of Governors of William Knibb Memorial High School, Reverend Jonathan Hemming, members of the Board of Management, graduates of the class of 2020, specially invited guests and friends of William Knibb Memorial High School, vice principals, Mr. Webster Thompson and Mrs. Audrey Steele, all staff, distinguished past students, all, good afternoon. I welcome you all this evening to what is a special afternoon of celebration for the batch of 2019-2020. A celebration indeed of many things, not least of all the admirable grit, the commendable courage, and the amazing commitment of this batch to the cause of achievement. Having negotiated 4 years and 6 months of school, and having been positioned at the beginning of March 2020 to exit William Knibb Memorial High School in style, COVID-19 came and disrupted, but could not decimate that dream. For the admirable grit you demonstrated in studying, working, and passing your examination, congratulations. For the commendable courage you showed in bucking the dangers of the COVID pandemic to sit through revision sessions and complete your CXC examination, congratulations. And for the amazing commitment you demonstrated to the expectations your teachers and parents had of you, despite the many challenges throughout the years. Congratulations. Certainly, none of you, none of us can deny the powerful guiding hand of the Almighty in the achievements you are celebrating today, and we want to thank Him on your behalf. I wish, Mr. Chairman, to highlight briefly a few important matters before giving a short bit of good wishes to the graduates. During the academic year past, 2019 to 2020, William Knibb was back in the second round of the Costa Cup. Thanks to the work of the team, the coaching staff, led by past student Dwight Jeremiah, head coach, and all other persons who supported this venture. So to move now to CXC passes. CXC passes is what is turning out to be a controversial year for the examining body. Saw William is marking many proud milestones, but I'll just stick to the outstanding ones created by this batch. In CXC examinations for 2020 at CSEC level, which is the main basis of qualification for this graduation, many subjects saw high percentage passes on account of the excellent efforts of many of the students in this batch here today. I think it is worthy of noting that 13 of 29 subjects, including agricultural science, biology, economics, principles of accounts, principles of business, English A, family and resource management, food and nutrition, textiles, clothing and fashion, building, mechanical engineering technology, technical drawing, information technology, and physical education and sports, saw over 70% of students attaining quality passes, gaining either grades 1 or 2 in these subject areas. This, to my mind, is an outstanding achievement. English, for example, which had 175 students sitting, had 174 students passing. Only one student got a grade 4, I think, in English. Biology, which had 56 students sitting, had all passing. And I mention these more because they are high numbers to give you a sense of the general trend of excellence that really seem to have had nothing to do with the fact that numbers were low or numbers were high. It's just clearly the excellent work of the teachers and certainly of the students sitting here that really gave them that kind of quality. Not to mention the many subjects that had 100% passes. But what we want to move from is not just talking about the 100% passes, but to start talking about excellence in the achievements we have in ones and twos. And I think the batch needs to take a bow for having seen themselves achieving that in 13 of 29 subjects. And we want to better that as we go along. On behalf of the special 2019-2020 batch, I extend commendations to all teachers who work to help you to attain passes, but also must extend a special welcome to teachers in those subjects. A special thanks to all those teachers in those subjects from grades 7 to 11 who have contributed to the outstanding quality passes in the 13 subjects mentioned. There's usually a kind of mentality sometimes to think that the teachers who finished off the students are the ones who must be commended, but the groundwork is something that is important. And I'm sure that many of those students sitting here can remember the teachers in grade 7 or 8 that made them like the subjects to the extent that they have achieved excellence in them now. We wanted to ponder those teachers equally as we'll ponder those teachers who did the finishing work in grade 11. Let this batch be one, like many others, whose performance drives a healthy envy for excellence in performance that should permeate the consciousness of all teachers and students you have left behind. William Knibb Memorial High School is happy for the example of academic excellence that you have left. Chairman Reverend Hemmings, I wish on behalf of the staff, students of this graduating class, to extend sincere appreciation to Reverend Everton Jackson, a long-standing member and chairman of the Board of Governors who resigned on August 31, 2020. And I want to welcome you. I want to say that Reverend Jackson went to fulfill his noble endeavors. His humility, his sincerity, his compassion, his balance, and his focus are among the many characteristics his leadership has brought to this institution, and we're eternally grateful for his sojourn with us. May the blessings of the eternal Father bless your life, Reverend Jackson, and continue to increase your store. We want to say thanks to you, sir. Thanks to all the members of the Board of Management who served with him and are now serving to guide this wonderful institution to excellence. Finally, Mr. Chairman, I must now give my attention to the special batch of 2019 to 2020. I figure you will always be remembered batch as the one that's the first COVID batch, the first William Knibb Memorial High School batch to sit one paper of CSEC, the batch that first had to complete your courses virtually, and certainly the first batch to graduate virtually. As a batch, you will have experienced 4 principals, including Mrs. Lorna Jackson, Mrs. Audrey Steele, the late Alcia Brumfield, and myself. I want to, on their behalf, thank you for allowing us to serve you. I'm sure that the three ladies would have influenced you in indelible ways, and you would have left you with experiences that I hope will engage your reflective faculties and lead you to organizing your lives for personal success and social responsibility. All your teachers from grade 7 to 11 have contributed to your growth. Your parents, your friends, you must give them thanks. As Coffee says, we no rise and boast, and we hope that your elevation now to graduating and moving on is not something that will cause you to rise and boast. It's a time for reflection. Be grateful and never forget the worth of the experience and effort all these different groups of persons would have contributed to your development. Never forget humility and self-control, as our world is filled with pompous and angry people who are both narcissistic and low in confidence. Humble yourselves, and you'll always certainly be exalted in meaningful ways. Be confident in what you know, but let humility leave you ready to learn more every day in life, because you must remember ignorance enslaves and knowledge liberates. Technology and your capacity to innovate, partner, and solve problems are all challenges you will have to conquer. For all these challenges, don't ever forget that manners, simple manners, is still in style, always in style. And no profit, no money, no material accumulation is worth more than maintaining a character that is humble, respectful, and disciplined. In these difficult circumstances, it is not the crowd or being loud that matters, but that soft voice of conscience, that quality of conscientiousness and grit and social responsibility that opens the beautiful things in the world to you. From the bottom of our hearts, we know you are ready for this next very important phase of your life. You will certainly have significant levels of freedom, but we pray, we beseech, we exhort, we implore you not to use this freedom to destroy yourselves. Ensure that this freedom is used as an opportunity to organize yourselves, organize your lives. On behalf of the family here at William Memorial High School, I wish you all the very best in your efforts and I will hope that your experience will bring. On behalf of the family here at William High School, I wish you all the very best your effort and experience will bring, and commend to you the blessings of the Lord above. We implore you always to remember that ignorance enslaves, knowledge liberates, and we look forward to your coming back as you have left your spirit of excellence with us. We want to congratulate you, we want to thank you, and we want to wish you all the best. Thank you all very much.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming. But there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make you move, always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most, yeah. Just gotta keep going, and I just gotta keep strong. Just keep pushing on. always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. Yeah, yeah. It's always gonna be another mountain. Always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to love. Yeah. Sometimes you're gonna have to love. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. Ooh. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Yeah. Other side. Ooh. It's a climb.
Reverend Jonathan Hemmings, Chairman of the School Board. Reverend Everton Jackson, Past Chairman. Principal, Mr. Linvern Wright. School's Chaplain, Reverend Devere Nugent. Our guest speaker, Mr. Kevon Johnson. Members of the Board of Governors, Mr. Fabian Wainwright, Education Officer, Region 3. Other specially invited guests, teachers, parents, other well-wishers, and my fellow graduates, good afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker, past student, Mr. Kevon Johnson. Kevon David Antonio Johnson was born to a pastor and a teacher on September 14, 1989, in the parish of St. Andrew. In the 90s, duty called and his parents relocated to rural Jamaica, where he spent his childhood and adolescence years. In the year 2000, he sat and passed the GSAT and was placed at the Edwin Allen High School. Although he only spent a term at Edwin Allen, he was actively involved in the school's life, where he participated in sports, music, and other cultural activities. At William Nib, he continued in the same vein, participating in the school's choir and band, male chorale, ISCF, and National Bible Society quiz, photography club, football, and basketball. As a student leader, he served as student council representative, sub-prefect, prefect, and head boy. He successfully completed all his CSEC examinations. After high school, he matriculated to the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill, and then the University of the West Indies, Mona campus, where he obtained a Bachelor's of Law degree and a certificate of legal education, respectively. At Mona, he participated in sports at different levels, but also earned student leadership positions. However, it was at Cave Hill that he ascended to the most notable position as president of the Jamaica Association of Students at Cave Hill. After leaving law school in 2014, lack of job opportunities forced Mr. Johnson to start his own law practice in Orakabessa, St. Mary, where he has been practicing since. Mr. Johnson currently sits as a member of the St. Mary Library Service Committee. In his spare time, He enjoys playing musical instruments, listening music, playing chess and dominoes, watching sports, meeting and interacting with new people, and chilling with friends. His philosophy is found in Philippians 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevon Johnson.
Board Chairman, Mr. Jonathan Hemmings, other members of the school board, Principal, Mr. Linvern Wright, Vice Principals, Mr. Thompson and Mrs. Steele, Mr. Fabian Wainwright, Education Officer for Region 3, all other protocols are observed. But I must also acknowledge the staff members, academic and ancillary, and well-wishers of this noble institution. Most importantly are our graduates, the graduating class of 2020. It is with mixed feelings that I stand before you this afternoon. There is a feeling of nostalgia as 15 years ago approximately, I was sitting where you are sitting now, albeit in the auditorium, wondering what life had to offer and how far I could reach. Then I feel delight that I am given this opportunity to be the keynote speaker at your graduation. And the next feeling I have is nervousness, as a lot of the teachers who are tuning in this afternoon will have touched my life when I was still rough around the edges. But God has smiled on me, and because of COVID-19, I can tell you stories about them this evening, and I won't be able to see them. So, all be well, that ends well. I thank you for having me as your speaker this afternoon. I tried to look at the theme in a way that all, man, woman, boy, and girl, can understand. If you find I go into the vernacular, it is because I am passionate about this institution and about empowering you graduates to face the world. Lend me your ears for about 15 minutes and let us talk. If you feel you need to write, I will tell you what you need to write. But I just want you to listen this afternoon. Here goes. Beating the odds to achieve success. Beating means overcoming. Odds are obstacles, hurdles, challenges, or difficulties. Achieve means to reach one's goal, and success has to do with your aim and your purpose. What do you want to achieve? So if I can recoin your theme with your permission, of course, I would recoin it to say, overcoming life's hurdles to reach my purpose. To answer that question, what is my purpose? I must also ask, what is success? It is important to note that success is subjective. This depends on the perspective of the one who looks on, that person who has dreamt of these goals, who has attempted to reach these goals, and who has attained success. What is the tool that is used to measure success? We know that when we are measuring length, we can use inches, centimeters, meters, but What is it that is used to measure my success? Does success mean wealth? Does success mean accomplishments? Do I have to have 3 or 4 degrees to be successful? Does it mean that I have to have 2 houses and 3 cars to be successful? Do I have to be popular to be successful? You have to determine, students or graduates, what you want from your life, and then you reach for it. But never let vanity or money become the driving force of this purpose, because you will definitely lose yourself if it is. Don't compromise what is right, what is good, what is fair, and what is just to try and attain what you think is success. God has given us different raw materials. Some of us are given time, money, talent, skill, or gifts. And because of these raw materials, we possess within us the ability to be successful. All we need to do is to create the opportunity and use it. Don't be so afraid to fail that you don't try. Success does not mean trying the first time and accomplishing what you want. Success is no matter how long. Success is no matter how hard. I will continue until I have attained what I want. There is no particular formula for success. There is no one right way to be successful. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. And I'll share something with you. Formerly, the IQ test was something like this: 9 dots, and persons were to draw a line, not retracing their steps, not lifting their pencil, and the line should not be more than 5 lines. So they should be connected. This is what sometimes it would look like. The person who did the IQ test would have to think outside the box. So what am I saying to you today? At a time when life is so uncertain, we can look at a positive from COVID-19. And that positive is that all of us have now learned to become more technologically savvy, and we are able to do what we need to do via technology. Use that to your advantage. Become trendsetters in this country and in the world. Dream big, but dreams without goals are just dreams. So set yourselves goals. I have a goal for next week. I have a goal for next month. I have a goal for next year. And each time you reach that goal, you are one step closer to being successful. So let's talk about life. I would like to liken life to a 110-meter hurdles race. And why? Yes, the race lasts for 110 meters, but in that race, there are 10 hurdles that each participant must cross. And today, I'm going to speak to you about 10 hurdles that I want you to try and avoid. Hurdle number 1, death and prison. So many young persons engage in nefarious activities and end up becoming dead or being incarcerated. They become what we call court buds and jail buds. I ask of you today, students, do not become a statistic. Secondly, so many young people become parents. And if you notice, I am not saying the young ladies get pregnant, but if you are the father of the child, you are also a parent, and your life has changed. What does this do most times? The responsibility that comes with child caring will cripple and sometimes kill your chance to maximize your potential. Avoid it too early. Parents also have a role to play. Parents, if your child is looking to go forward, assist them. But graduates, you are almost at that stage where if the parent does not want to go any further, you have a responsibility to move forward. Don't let your parent discourage you. Go and reach for what you want to reach for. We know that sometimes things are difficult, and coming out of school, you would want to seek a job. So the fourth one is that unemployment is high at this level. Persons say, well, you don't have any experience, but never let that deter you. Try and try and try. We move on. You must have a plan. No vision and no plan means that you will not be successful. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. I also want to tell you this, graduates. Don't let anybody tell you that a skill is not as important as a career. There are many persons who have skills and they make more money than me. So if you have a skill, use it. That may be the gift that you are given. Use it to accomplish what you must. And remember, if you do what you love, whatever you do, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. Another hurdle to avoid the fast lane. Anything that comes too fast is generally not good. I will stand by that. So if you don't want to work, if you want to engage in illegal or immoral activities, inclusive of scamming and theft and robbery, I deal with them all the time because I have to be representing some of them. And oftentimes it is when they buck them two, as we call it, then realize, boy, what I was doing, really not worth it. So take it from me, it is not worth it. The wrong company is another hurdle. Please, bad company or wrong company means you can never be successful. Find the right company. Remember also, this is number 8. Remember also that life is full of something we call eventualities. That's a hurdle that we may not be able to cross, but when it comes, we need to know that we are going to continue our race. Sometimes death happens, COVID-19 happens. We know that eventualities are a part of life. Don't allow them to stop you. 9, societal pressure. Don't let external forces limit or pressure you into doing something or being someone that you are not. And most importantly, self. Your attitude may be one of the key components that can block your progress. A poor attitude can never yield a positive result. Can I repeat that? A poor attitude can never yield a positive result. Embrace yourself. Love yourself. Remember that nobody is perfect. Avoid feeling or feeding poor self-esteem. Avoid feeding lack of self-confidence and do things to improve your confidence if you need to. Most importantly, don't let hurdles make you give up. Finish the race. Now that we have looked at a few hurdles, I am going to give you my ingredients for success. There are tools which are important to your success. If you want to write, this is what I would say you need to write. Many persons who know themselves, well, who don't know themselves or practice delayed gratification, don't enjoy life's journey or achieve fleeting success. But people who seek God, remain resilient and disciplined, will attain success with or without money. I will repeat that. Many persons who don't know themselves or practice delayed gratification don't enjoy life's journey or enjoy fleeting success. But people who seek God, remain resilient and determined, will attain success with or without money. And I tell you this, sometimes I assist clients who genuinely can't afford legal representation. And believe me, sometimes it is more rewarding when I represent a client who I know couldn't afford it. Because this is a right that the person has and they can't afford it. And to know that we get the desired results, sometimes, yes, it hurt the pocket, but within myself, I feel good. So again, the success, what is your measurement of success? So then, the first tool that you need is to know yourself. If you're going to be successful, know yourselves. Know your strengths and build on them. Make them your foundation. Know your weakness and improve on them. Believe in yourself. Your opinion is what counts. Forget about the naysayers and move forward. Be confident. Secondly, practice delayed gratification. Put in the work. Sometimes the results will come instantaneously. Sometimes they don't. But once you have put in the work, the reward is sure. Everyone will not reach the same time. Understand that each person has the journey to make for themselves. Never use somebody else's measuring stick to measure your success. You will surely fail. Thirdly, enjoy life. We know that life is short, so you must enjoy it. Don't go overboard. Remember that you have responsibilities, but you must try to enjoy life. Fourth, seek and take counsel. What does that mean? There are persons who would have gone along these roads already, ran the race already. These persons know the pitfalls, know the potholes, know the treacherous parts. Ask for help, ask for guidance. And if these persons are willing, then take the guidance. That is how you take counsel. Take the guidance. Another person's experience may be what you need to learn from. Not all experience you need to have for yourself. So talk to those who have gone down the path already. And though I didn't say it earlier, this list is not in order of importance. It's just the list. Next, put God first in everything you do. Can I say that again? Put God first in everything that you do. He is the one why we are here. He controls everything. So if you allow him to lead you, you can never go wrong. Next, resilience. And this is probably the most important factor because life comes with pitfalls. Life comes with problems and hurdles. But when you are knocked down, you have to have that strength to continue. Remember, the darkest time is just before daylight. When you fall or you fail, there is no shame there. The travesty is when you fall and don't get up and go again. When you are knocked down, get up, go again. It was Walt Disney who was told that he lacked imagination. Those of us, all of us, I would say, would know who Walt Disney is. And we would not be inclined to think that Walt Disney doesn't have any imagination. But he was told that early in his life, and he made sure he proved them wrong. Resilience in my life. While I was going to that school right there, just outside of Falmouth, whenever I had exams, especially CHC, I got sick. I don't know if my teachers remember. I can remember vividly that I was sick all throughout my maths exam. I mean, in the exam and other courses as well. And I found out later that it was a mental block to examination. So my body reacted in a way that made me sick while I was doing exams. And I had to find a way to overcome that. I have sat upwards, if I include high school, upwards of maybe 30 examinations, which are important for my profession. So I had to find a way to overcome. I had to stick to it. Next, you must be disciplined. I once asked a lawyer, I wanted to find out too, lawyer, how are you successful? He said to me, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for 25 years, I have gone to the same courthouse and I have represented numerous clients. And if that is not routine and discipline and consistency, then I don't know what is. So nobody is saying it is going to be easy, that success is going to be easy, but you have to have that mental fortitude to say, this is what I want and this is what I'm going for. Next, treat people how you want to be treated. Your character is shown to everyone. We know your character when you deal with people who have nothing to give you. When you deal with people who would be considered less off than you. How you treat an individual when you're going up is important because most of us are not up there all the time. We have to make our way back down. Never step on a toe when you're going up. You never know. People, you must have the right people around you to be successful. I tell you, while I was away studying, my best friend now is a lawyer, and I was slacking off. Didn't go to school for a few days. And on the third day of not going to school, I heard a knock on my door. When I opened my door, it was my friend. He was not slight. He was as forceful as I've ever seen him. He made me know that this is not the way to go, that he does not want to have passed his exams and I am not there. A part of who I am today is because of who he is. So I will say to you, you have to have the right people around you. Last but by no means least, I know that there are issues sometimes as it relates to finances. I know that this can limit you, but it is not the end. Get a scholarship if you have difficulties. If you can't, apply for student loan. If that doesn't work, beg. Once you don't lessen your moral principles, but ask. And if that doesn't work, there is no shame in working first and then going to school after, or doing what you want to do after. There's no, just get it done. Get it done. As I close, I want to share with you a little bit of my story, which if you look inside the story, you can see how I have had to apply these same principles that I just told you about. These principles being knowing yourself, practicing delayed gratification, enjoy life, seek and take counsel, put God first, resilience, discipline, treat people how you want to be treated, people, having the right people around you, and finally finances. You can see. So, at ages 2, 5, 8, 11, and 15, I was relocated at each of those ages. If you speak to the specialists, they will tell you that that sort of uncertainty generally results in the child performing poorly. I wasn't what you would say well off, so I had to take student loan when I was going to go to university. While I was at university, as you would have heard, I studied abroad for a time. There were distractions. I was living in another country. I had issues. I couldn't get up and take a taxi and go and look for my parents and say, boy, mommy, me hungry, or daddy, me need this. It took a plane to get home. And so I had to find a way to deal with these issues. Some of them were financial issues as well, because my parents were providing for me with the Jamaican currency, living in a country that the US dollar was very strong. Go figure. I had issues with a lecturer as well who failed me. And when he failed me, I had a pity party for about 2 days. And then I decided that this couldn't work. I went back, I sat that exam, I passed it with the highest mark one could pass it with. Mind you, I did the same questions I did in the first one, but that is beside the point. Next, the year I was to complete law school, I lost my laptop. This was a laptop having information from undergrad, which would be, call it 5 years of information. And at that time, I didn't know what to do. I went to my lecturers, I went to my classmates. Some of them were not so welcoming. Some of them were kind enough to assist me with notes, but there is nothing like your own. This was just a few months before my final exam. I had to find a way to pass. All this time, I was working. And when I was about to sit the exam, I didn't have the time to study because of work. So I was working and I was too tired to study. So I did my final exam at law school without studying. But the mental strength was that I did not want individuals to look on the wall and see my name under the fail. So I pushed myself. What is it that you want to achieve? How is it that you will get there? After I finished law school, couldn't get a job. I did an interview which I did well on. I was contacted months later to say that they lost my file. I could not have sat down and wait on them. What did I do? I took the step that is unheard of. I went on my own as a student coming out of law school. And there were senior lawyers who frowned on it to say, well, all of you want to just open your office. Nobody wanted to give me a chance. But then when I took the chance, it is frowned upon. People will say anything. People will say what they want. You have to know what you want. Right after that, I would have walked and took public transport for 2 years upwards. And this is not the right thing for an attorney where people going into the vehicle and then going into the same vehicle and traveling and you going to court. Sometimes you buck up the complainant and the defendant, you're on the same bus with them. It's not safe. I finally got a vehicle. What happened? The vehicle met in an accident and it was written off. All my money went down the drain. I didn't stop. I had a pity party for a while, but I didn't stop. And just as my business was getting back to the level I wanted, COVID-19 came and just threw me off again. Students, graduates, my apologies. What is it that you want? What is it that will get you there? Why will you not use your opportunity and make sure that with every breath that you breathe, if it is the last breath that you breathe, you are reaching for that goal? It is Eleanor Roosevelt who said, small minds discuss other people. Good minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. Don't be a small-minded person. Have the biggest mind alive. And when you dream it, do what needs to be done. Work to achieve it. I saw myself as a child. I used to watch Matlock and Murder, She Wrote and Hitchcock Hours. Hitchcock, I don't remember the rest of it, when I was a boy. And all I could see was me causing persons who are in court to talk the truth. That's all I could see. I wanted that opportunity. And now I live my dream almost every day. Find your dream, reach for it. I promise you that if you use these tenets that I have given to you and you practice them religiously, that when you are successful, I didn't say if, when you are successful, you will remember. And if you try them how I tell you to try them and they don't work, find me. I will help you. Graduates, it was a pleasure. I wish for you God's speed. The work and the world is not easy. I wish for you God's protection. I wish for you everything that is good. But remember, your success is in your hands. Tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. Reach for it. Be all you can be. All the best. Congratulations to the class of 2020 at the William Knibb Memorial High School. Thank you.
Yes, girl. So tell me something. You prepare up for graduation and then things there, like you take your picture and then things there. Cause as much as Corona they try bring we down, we are going to turn up, Oh, okay, good. Boy, say I chew you the day talk. I chew you the talk, Cause it come like, I just other day, me a run figure grade 7 class, and poof, now me that spread out for my face. Girly memories. Oi, you can't stop laughing, Cause as much as me did laugh after myself, I cause me did shame and they try to wipe shame out of me eye. Yes, me can't believe say we reach one another chapter of our life already. It just, yes girl, me I tell you. So anyways, me have something to do, cause me follow you, me chat out my teeth and me chat out my gum. So later. No girl, me not tell you say me not have no FaceTime. The iPhone I me have, you know, come with no face detector. So my face can't go detect. So no face, no FaceTime. Yes, then not that me they tell you from when oh you not get it. Alright, later. No, are you have to call me remember say me what did you sell? Alright. Can't bother with that girl I know. Every time she call me phone, she have to dead the battery. Every time me see this, me feel proud. Yeah, you. See intelligent over here, so. See bright spots over here, so. Girl, me proud of you, so till. One milestone pass, one obstacle jump, and one day you go rich, you know. Yes, you go rich. Yes, you go rich. One day you go real rich. Pop your collar, give yourself a round of applause. The journey not done, but you know you make it far. Yes, you make it. The odds are gonna come, but we are beat that. Remember your goal, cause you know we are gonna reach that. Positivity, yes, we are keep that. Corona come around, but we are gonna defeat that. Success is a must. Me want to rich by mommy Alexis. But in case you never hear, make me shout it out, Lord. We are going to beat the odds, make we family proud. Pop your collar, give yourself a round of applause. The journey not done, but you know you make it far. Yes, you make it. Beat up your chest, beat in the odds to achieve success. Yes, pop your collar, give yourself a round of applause. The journey not done, but you know you make it far. Yes, you make it.
Ignorance enslaves, knowledge liberates. To the chairman of the Board of Governors, Reverend Jonathan Hemmings, our immediate past chairman, Reverend Everton Jackson, the representative from the Trelawney Municipal Corporation, our education officer from the Ministry of Education, Region 3, Mr. Fabian Wainwright, members of the school board, our esteemed principal, Mr. Linvern Wright, alumni, to our academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, our specially invited guests, their parents, beloved friends, and to our proud graduates of this 2020 class, greetings to you all. Today, we have become past students of the William Knibb Memorial High School. The School of Purple Pride is now also the school of tomorrow's doctors, lawyers, teachers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who will change the world positively. No matter what our reasons were for entering William Knibb years ago, what is important now is that we are here today to celebrate our achievements, our victories, both individually and as a school. Graduating class of 2020, please switch on the TVs of your mind and let us replay the memories we have created together at this noble institution. Our own reality show, The Liberating Journey Through William Knibb Memorial High School, started in 2015. It was an exciting series, 5 dramatic seasons with unique characters and unforgettable moments. We started season 1 as nervous and naive grade 7 students, not knowing what to expect. Do you recall the hustling and bustling in the lunch lines? Can you remember struggling to get used to the many different subjects, fighting to figure out where our next class will be, and trying to remember to do the many assessments and adapt and adjust to many rules and regulations? We were also very curious to know who the senior characters of the show were. Luckily, we had our own masterminds called the Farm Teachers, who helped to pave the path so we could make it to season 2. In season 2, we started to embrace the journey a little better. Some protagonists became antagonists. We figured out some tricks to save us at lunchtime, met some new characters that are present today by our sides. This season also gave us the opportunity to experience our first high school trip to watch Was Sweet and a Goat. Boy, the excitement was one to remember. Everybody was looking forward to attend their first high school trip. Do you remember when Prada said, "Oh, it go, oh, it go, oh, it really go"? You want to know how it go? Stay tuned. Well, season 3 came, and the focus now was deciding on the subjects that would prepare us for our future lead roles, our careers. We had to ensure that our subjects were on point to gain recommendations. At this stage, we were deciphering our interests, our talents, and coming to terms with what we wanted to do next. The hard work and late evenings drove us to Arlene's kitchen. I can still hear TOJ's desperate cries. "Arlene, sell me a 2 bills chicken, Arlene. Arlene, look how long me a call here, serve other people." Them nice sweet chicken and soft dumpling was the breakfast before entering school in the mornings and catch up with stomach when we needed to run to class. And as we heard a teacher's footstep, we hurry and put it in our bags for later on. Before we knew it, season 4 was upon us. We started to work closer with the directors of the show, the teachers, who stuck closely to the CXC syllabuses and were well on our way to becoming stars. Then it happened. There was a shaking, a tremor, and no one knew at first what it was. Mr. Earthquake, an unexpected visitor, had passed by on set, frightening most of us, and just left. In this same season, there were 3 fires. Oh, sorry, I meant fake fires, that sent the entire cast of this reality show scrambling to safety. Being the champions we are, we got through these eventful episodes smiling. Then season 5 came, the final season of our reality show. The season of late evenings with SVAs, the season of sprinting from corridor to corridor, finding Miss Yap and Mrs. Aarons to get those pseudocodes up and running, because the show was about to end and we wanted to end with a bang. We had great expectations for this season, but something we never expected arrived on a plane from China and we were all thrown off set. The visible 19-year-old, well, they call her COVID-19. She sent everyone home and took control of the ending of the series. But we had to face our fears and take charge of our own destinies to shine in the CXC. We never underestimated our strengths. We continued the show from home and ended the season like we should with a big bang. I saw it go. There comes a day when you realize that changing the channel to a different show is the best feeling in the world, because you realize there's so much more to the series than the season you are in. Today is that day. As we look back at these seasons, we realize that we have learned so much more than information from textbooks. This journey has taught us about life. We learned to laugh in good times and to endure bad times, to be tolerant and respectful of each other's opinions, to work as a team and to bounce back from failures. These experiences have prepared us to face the outside world head on. We have certainly been liberated by the knowledge gained. I would like to take a moment on behalf of my fellow graduates to thank the persons who have contributed to our success today. Let me express my sincerest gratitude to the Almighty One who has endowed us with life, strength, and wisdom to endure this journey. To all the past and current principals for the oversight that was provided to foster true growth and development, we thank you. To the wonderful teachers who made it their priority to ensure that we became successful by providing us with a world-class education and constant encouragement to ensure our potentials were reached. To auxiliary and admin staff who assisted the institution to carry out its mission. Last, but definitely not least, I want to acknowledge the efforts and sacrifices made by our parents. Thank you for allowing us to be here today and for all the support, whether financially, emotionally, or spiritually. Even though most of that might have been in the form of encouraging and sometimes frightening words such as, "No pass the CXC, we say." We thank you all. Even though we are here today celebrating virtually, we have all beaten the odds to achieve success. So this virtual graduation is a celebration, a farewell, and a new beginning. Spread your wings and see what lies beyond the horizon. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So, my fellow graduates, when they hand you that diploma, keep moving, just in case they try to take it back. Enhorabuena, graduating class of 2020.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The William Nave Memorial High School is proud to present to you the graduating class of 2020. Serena Allen, Cornelia Anderson, Rondane Ashman, Jamal Bartley, Everton Baxter, Kazine Bedward, Devrika Bell, Ashanti Bent, Samuel Boyd, Jordan Brevitt, Akeelia Brown, Brittany Brown, Nevia Brown, Patrice Brown, Candice Campbell, Jadine Campbell, Kimona Campbell, Kaim Campbell, Rachel Clark, Bernica Codley, Tana Coke, Romario Coombs, Shanoy Cunningham, Giovanni D, Helio Demetrios, Raymond DePass, Melanie Diaz, Carlisa Dilbert, Rajiv Dilbert, Jamai Dixon, Alia Doman, Shanelia Eccleston, Keanu Edwards, Serena Edwards, Leonie Farr, Marco Ferron, Chardonnay Forbes, Shade Forsyth, Alwyn Foster, Bernice Fowler, Rondina Francis, Celicio Gaynor, Queen Gibbs, Denisha Gilpin, Glendon Garden, Caricia Graham, San Antonio Graham, Dejanay Grant, Rajay Grant, Janol Grant, Ashanti Green, Javar Gray, Shantia Harriot, Adliana Henry, Tony Henry, Jayana Hines, Philip Hodges, Nakoya Jackson, Tomian James, Alex Jamison, Jordine Jarrett, Orlando Jarrett, Theo J. Johnson, Delroy Leckie, Ricardo Lee, Jonel Lewis, Kadeen Malavu, Jalil McBain, Mariko McBean, Renee McIntosh, Serian McIntosh, Deton McAnis, Javid McCoy, David Moran, Ashoy Morris, Kwan Morrison, Ranique Moss, Sashin Newton, Nikkei Nicholson, Chadonik Palmer, Marcel Palmer, Romario Paris, Bretashna Patrick, Brianna Pierce, Cameron Peart, Christopher Peart, O'Neill Peterkin, Trishana Reese, Christine Reeve, Lorenzo Robinson, Michael Robinson, Manisa Robinson, Nivea Roper, Cliffroy Samuels, Sasha K. Scarlett, Shonda Carl Service, Talio Silvera, Anika Small, Ojani Smith, Chanel Smith, Earl Spence, Brittany Spencer, Amani Taylor, Jerome Taylor, Shanique Thomas, Roxine Trout, Barrington Vernon, Jeremy Lee Wilson, Charmaine Wallace, Roxanne Wells, Claudia Worms, Cario Williams, Jamie Lee Williams, Oshel Williams, Rochelle Williams, Taj Williams, Keno Wilson, and Sean Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together virtually for the graduating class of 2020.
Time I feel can't do no difference. One day I have to win. That's why I try again. Pray every time I feel, 'cause God always I listen. One day I have to win. That's why I try again. When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest where I'm coming from, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know that it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed no man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. At the ocean, yeah. When the day I better hear some loud explosion, I will make the commotion. Then even not dance, them I watch every motion. Before we slow down, then we do it first, had them southwest ocean, I will at the ocean, yeah. When I never see a poor soul, never see a poor soul strong. Oh, 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 oh. snowman. With my 2 hands in the air as far as I can.
I want to offer a hearty congratulations to you, my 11 bright students. It is with great pleasure and happiness that I'm giving this speech today. I'm so happy that you have made it. I know when you started grade 7, it seemed like a long road ahead, but look how quickly time has flown. I know it has not been the easiest of road for a lot of you, but even in the face of a pandemic, you have shown how strong you are, how versatile you are. Some of you were thrown off balance. We all were. But I observed your determination to pass your exams. I'm happy to say you did it. Congratulations.
Let me take this opportunity to congratulate our graduating class of 2020. As one of the form teachers of 11 Lee, I am especially proud of the young men and women you have all blossomed into. I must say, you are now leaving your footprints here at William Knibb Memorial High School, and you will embark on your new journey. 11 Lee, big up yourselves. Your journey has just begun.
As one of the form teachers of 11 Lee, I want to congratulate you for reaching thus far. Take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go, but never forget, enjoy the journey. I present to you the graduating class of 2020, 11 Lee.
Good afternoon, students. I must say, congratulations on making it thus far. 11 nicely, even though we lost one student, Jonathan Eccleston, I must say how proud I am that all of you have made it this far. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best in all life has to offer. May God continue to bless you, and remember to put God in control, because He is in control of all things. I wish for you nothing but success, and may all your dreams come true. Have a wonderful graduation service.
Whoa, congratulations, thumbs up. You have made it. 11 Winter, you are a part of the graduating class of 2020. The best class in the history of William Knibb. You have beaten COVID-19, you have beaten the naysayers, the numerous challenges that you have faced, putting in those assignments on time. You have done all of that. You have mastered CXC. You have made it.
To my 11 Falloon babies, guess you're not babies anymore, but I'm still a proud mom. I say to you, this is just the beginning of your journey. The best is ahead. Tony Robbins stated, people who have momentum succeed. The more you succeed is the more you would want to succeed. Which simply means, the more you strive for greatness is the more it will happen. I want to encourage you. Find your passion, something that you love. And if you love doing what you do, you will be successful. As you embrace this new leg of your journey, I encourage you to go out there and pursue your dreams and goals, and success will be your reward. The ones who are crazy enough to change the world are the ones who normally do. So my 11 Falloon, go out there and be that crazy one.
My trendsetters, grade 11 Manderson. This is your captain speaking. It appears we're now going to be a bit late. One of our passengers, a grade 11 form teacher, thought it would be a great experience for us all to wish the graduating class from 11 Manderson heartfelt congratulations for achieving this milestone. Therefore, we are taking a diversion to the William Knibb Memorial High School. 2 years ago, you and I were complete strangers. Before we knew it, we were a family that I looked forward to seeing every day. Fast forward to today. You have all outgrown the nest, the physics lab. It's time to spread your wings and fly.
Let us pray. Eternal, everlasting God, we gather in your presence this hour, thanking you for the opportunity that you have created for us to meet in this atmosphere of thanksgiving and celebration. We are grateful to you for the William Knabe Memorial High School, for all the members of staff, administrative, ancillary, teaching, among other members of the community. But more importantly, we thank you for the student population, especially those who have completed their time at this noble institution. We're grateful that despite the challenges created by the coronavirus, that the teachers and all parties concerned have exercised their creative and innovative abilities in the use and utilization of this technological platform in order to ensure that this event is successfully held. Hear our prayers of thanksgiving for all parents and guardians for the sacrifices that they would have had to make in order to ensure the schooling and the educational achievement of all these young Jamaicans. We thank you for the stick-to-itiveness of the students. We can just imagine the sacrifices that they too have had to make to rise early in the mornings, to traverse the various terrains from wherever they are from to the William Knabe Memorial High School to undertake their academic journey. We thank you for their commitment, their devotion, and their ambitious spirit, their unyielding loyalty, and sustained integrity in order to stay the course so that this afternoon they can be justly proud that they have completed this leg of their journey. Now we commend them to your care and to your keeping. We pray that you will inspire courage in them so that they'll be able to circumvent the hurdles and the challenges that will undoubtedly come their way, that in all they do, they will seek to put you first. For we know that when we put you first, you will always lead us in the pathway of success. And so, God, we ask for your choicest blessings upon all of them. We commend them to your care and to your keeping. So the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto to you. The Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and grant you peace, graduating class of 2020. Amen.
of ceremonies, chairman of the board, guest speaker, principal, vice principals, academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, family, friends, students, graduates, buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon all. I take pleasure in announcing the subject winners and prizes. Please note, however, that there are several awards and subject prizes that are normally given on a yearly basis. However, we are having a virtual program this year. As such, I will be highlighting a few of these awards. Here are our awardees. Marco Ferron, Building Technology, Electrical Technology, Cooperation and Reliability, Leadership Potential, Attendance and Punctuality, the Vinroy Thorpe Trophy for the Most Outstanding Industrial Arts Student, the Fitzroy and Veloris Leng Trophy for the Most Disciplined Student. Adliana Henry, Cooperation and Reliability, Courtesy and Deportment, Leadership Potential, Attendance and Punctuality, Joint Award, the Beatrice Barrett Cup for the Outstanding Contribution to School Life. Marika McBean, Human and Social Biology, Cooperation and Reliability, Courtesy and Deportment, Leadership Potential, Attendance and Punctuality. Joint Award, the Beatrice Barrett Cup for Outstanding Contribution to School Life. Brittany Brown, Geography, Family and Resource Management, Information Technology, Principles of Accounts, Leadership Potential, Attendance and Punctuality, Cooperation and Reliability, Outstanding Contribution to Student Leadership. Joint Award, the Campbell's Egg Farm Cup for Consistent Excellence in Spoken English. Marcel Palmer, Agriculture Science, Social Studies, Courtesy and Deportment, Leadership Potential, Reliability and Cooperation, the Desmond Leckie Trophy, the Most Outstanding Student in Agriculture. Kaelia Demetrius, Human and Social Biology, Cooperation and Reliability, Courtesy and Deportment, Leadership Potential, Attendance and Punctuality. Joint Award, the Beatrice Cup for Outstanding Contribution to School Life. Tony Henry, Human and Social Biology, Cooperation and Reliability, Courtesy and Deportment, Leadership Potential, Attendance and Punctuality. Joint Award, the Campbell's Egg Farm Cup for Consistent Excellence in Spoken English. The GM and Associates Limited Trophy for the Most Outstanding Art Student. Janelle Grant, Corporation and Reliability, Courtesy and Deportment. Joint Award, the Campbell's Egg Farm Cup for Consistent Excellence in Spoken English. Javid McCoy, History, Corporation and Reliability, Courtesy and Deportment, Leadership Potential, Outstanding Contribution to Student Leadership. Brittany Spencer, Agriculture Science, Economics, Principles of Business, Principles of Accounts, Courtesy and Deportment, Leadership Potential, Reliability and Corporation, Attendance and Punctuality. The Life of Life Hardware Award for Excellence in Principles of Accounts. Serian McIntosh, Human and Social Biology, Corporation and Reliability, Courtesy and Deportment. The Beatrice Barrett Cup for Outstanding Contribution to School Life. Joint Award, the Tony and Dorrit Falloon Trophy for Cultural Achievement. Shantia Harriot, English Literature, Corporation and Reliability, Attendance and Punctuality, Leadership Potential, the Bromfield Cash Award and the Joanne Henry Trophy for the Most Outstanding Student for English Language, the GM and Associates Limited, the Kerry-Ann H. Mitchell Award for the Most Outstanding CSEC Student in English Literature, the Book Place Award for the Most Outstanding Business Student. Rondina Francis, D&S Palmer Trophy for the most resilient student of the year, leadership potential, cooperation and reliability. Rajay Grant, mathematics, geography, biology, physics, English language, Spanish, mechanical technology, cooperation and reliability, leadership potential, courtesy and deportment, attendance and punctuality. The Bank of Nova Scotia Trophy for the most outstanding mathematics student. The Joanne Henry Trophy for the most outstanding student for English language. The Neville Manderson Shield for academic excellence and exemplary conduct. He's also the top male student. Sasha K. Scarlett, textile, clothing and fashion, chemistry, physics, biology, leadership potential, cooperation and reliability, courtesy and deportment, attendance and punctuality. Joint award, the Tony and Dorrit Falloon Trophy for the cultural achievement, the Beatrice Cup for outstanding contribution to school life. Joint award, the Pat Tomlinson Trophy to the most outstanding science student, the Barrett Shield for academic excellence and exemplary conduct. She's also the top female student. The Ben and Lynn Hansen Cup for the student with the best examination result.
I pray will be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be your prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe.
I pray we'll find your light.
I pray we'll find your light
and hold it in our heart.
and hold it in our heart.
When stars go out each night,
Stars go out each night.
remind us where you are.
Remind us where you are.
Let this be our prayer.
Let this be our prayer.
When shadows fill our day.
When shadows fill our days.
Oh, lead us to a place. Oh,
Guide us with your grace.
guide us with your grace.
grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. A world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we are all God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We ask that life be kind. We ask that life be kind. And watch us from above. And watch us from above. We hope it's so we'll find. We hope it's so we'll find. Another soul to love. Another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child. Just like every child needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be
Chairman of the Board of Governors, specially invited guests, principal, vice principals, academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, parents, other well-wishers, and last but by no means least, my fellow graduates, a Eurofic afternoon to you all. I deem it an esteemed privilege to deliver this vote of thanks to acknowledge the contributions of those who worked assiduously in making this celebration a spectacular one. I, Rajay Grant, on behalf of the William Knibb Memorial High School and the entire fraternity of the institution, first of all, extend sincerest gratitude to the Almighty God for his unfading love, grace, blessings, and guidance on this journey, and for making today's event a resounding success. I would like to extend heartiest gratitude to the following persons for sharing in today's program. Wholehearted thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Kevon Johnson, who spared time from his busy schedule to grace this occasion with not only his presence, but also his words of wisdom. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, not those of a legal case, but as a past student. Your thoughts and encouragement have enlightened our minds and have shown us how to successfully beat the odds on this new path. To the William Knibb Memorial Cadet Corps, thank you for honoring the school and national emblems through the presentation of the flags. To our school chaplain, Reverend Devere Nugent, who invited the presence of God in our midst to direct the proceedings, and to our immediate past board chairman, Reverend Everton Jackson, for his words of prayer that will enable us to be devoted and well-rounded citizens for the future. We thank you. To our board chairman, Reverend Jonathan Hemmings, thank you for your warm welcome. We welcome you into the William Knibb family, and we hope your tenure here will be a very successful one. To the representatives from our stakeholders, Mrs. Olga Griffiths, Mr. Fabian Wainwright, and Mr. Ellis James Lang, who so ably brought us greetings from the Jamaica Baptist Union, the Ministry of Education Region 3, and the Alumni Kingston chapter, respectively. We thank you. To our respected principal, Mr. Linvern Wright, thank you for so accurately reporting on the school's performance over the last year. Welcome to the William Knibb family, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors. Thank you, Miss Brittany Brown, for vibrantly taking us on a trip down memory lane to uncover our memories. Oh, how you invoked our feelings of nostalgia. To Miss Sasha K. Scarlett, Mrs. Sophia Lishu Palmer, and Miss Ashley Onfroy, who so eloquently introduced the guest speaker, graduates, and prize winners, respectively. We thank you. To our performers, Mr. Adrian Dell, Mr. Kiffa Davis, Miss Adliana Henry, representatives of the graduates, and Miss Caricia Graham. Also, special thanks to the North Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventist studio and technical team for facilitating the video shoot of the graduates group song. Your thrilling performances captivated our attention and added color to our ceremony. An event like this cannot happen overnight. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated individuals. To the graduation production team, we thank you for a well-orchestrated and executed event. Our sincere gratitude goes to all parents and well-wishers for your rock-solid support system and encouragement. Without your support, we would have not been able to achieve this level of excellence. To our vice principals and committed teachers, heartfelt thanks to you for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as pillars of strength. With a deep sense of appreciation, we thank you for your untiring efforts. To our administrative and ancillary staff, you made the journey smoother by offering your support services and creating a clean and comfortable environment for learning. We thank you. To my fellow graduates, we are the reason for this celebration. Thank you for enduring this journey so we could be here today. We did it. We did it. Now let us go confidently in the direction of our dreams as the knowledge garnered here over the past 5 years has prepared us to boldly meet the future. La ignorancia esclaviza, el conocimiento libera. In other words, ignorance enslaves, knowledge liberates. God bless.
We are about to bring to a close that which 6 months ago none of us even thought was possible. None of us would have considered it perceptible. We are bringing to a close a virtual graduation. And what a delightful experience it has been. It is a testimony to the human capacity to adapt and to adopt. It represents our willingness not to curse the dark, but to light a candle that will allow for forward movement. It represents our preparedness and willingness to embrace the new opportunities, the new ways of being and the new ways of being that COVID has offered us and revealed to us. I want to congratulate again all who have worked hard to pull it off. For all of you who have given of your gifts and giftedness, your resources and your resourcefulness to pull off this delightful ceremony. Congratulations for the teamwork. Again, congratulations to our graduating class and to all who have worked and given themselves and given of themselves to ensure that our graduates have gotten to this point in their journey. If COVID teaches us nothing else, it reminds us that in this enterprise of life, we are in this thing together. Congratulations then to the academic staff led by the principal, the administrative and ancillary staff, the parents, the alumni, the Ministry of Education, the community that supports and partners with the school community, and yes, to the graduates, those who have graduated and those who have been awarded special gifts. As you go mindful that what you have is as a result of what others gave to you. And your school experience at the William Knibb should serve among and above everything else to make you aware of what you have and what you have to give and to offer. Go and generously give, mindful that in the end, our lives will be judged not so much by what we have received and gained for ourselves, but what we have given to others. You have much to give. Give generously, and may God continue to bless you.
I was born strong. I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I couldn't make it. See, I've had my trials when my pillows dried my eyes. Then the morning came and my wings took flight. I rise, see, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise, soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Some say